Hello, today is Tuesday, August the 7th, and is the official release date of my sixth published novel, Pleasing Things. Pleasing Things is my sixth published novel, like I just said, and the latest installation to the group of Good Enough novels. I wanted to read to you tonight, and I'm just going to start in the middle of a chapter, so here we go. I'm reading from Pleasing Things. The hours spent waiting for their meeting with Xander were excruciating. Sunrise could hardly sit still. She puttered around the house, rearranging pillows and lanterns to make room for their new couch. Later, she flipped through magazines and organized their growing collection of vinyl records before finally heading upstairs to style her wavy mane and change clothes. She couldn't understand the gnawing urge to look as Afrocentric as her wardrobe would allow. When Sunrise stepped out of the Jeep Rubicon, Oliver watched her from the curb to the counter. He met her with an uneasy smile. She was a vision in a floor-length white cotton dress with the eyelet hem and often shoulder neckline. Her rich brown hair nearly filled the window front of Althwaite. She wore no necklaces or bangles and only two rings, the oval-shaped diamond and her wedding band. He held his wife by her bronze shoulder and kissed her. You look different. In a good way or a bad way? In a good way. He led her to a booth in the back and had a pitcher of water brought over. I'm going back to change. Sunrise raised an eyebrow. Why? I love you in the chef's jacket, she said. She tugged at his jacket and held her head up towards him. He kissed her softly. Xander cleared his throat. Oliver stood and faced him. He stood at least 5 inches taller than Xander and was much more fit. He extended a hand to the man. Welcome to Althwaite. I'm Oliver. Sunrise stood too. Hello, Xander. This is Oliver Barnett. He owns the place. Oliver narrowed his eyes at his wife and gestured for Xander to sit. Can I get you something to drink? I'll have water. Xander poured from the pitcher on the table. Oliver is my husband, Sunrise announced out of nowhere. Xander looked over the glass at them and cleared his throat again. He pulled a manila folder from his crossbody bag and laid it on the table. Oliver sat beside Sunrise. My grandfather died. Sunrise cast her eyes down and rubbed at the bridge of her nose. I'm sorry, I hadn't heard. I always liked Mr. Thorpe. He liked you, Xander chuckled, very much, which is why I'm here, he said with a familiar facial twitch that had always signaled his discomfort. Sunrise and Oliver looked at each other and then back at Xander. What is it, Xander? Spit it out. Sonny, unbeknownst to us all, Xander stammered and twitched again. Grandfather changed his will a few years before he died. Okay, Sunrise drawled. He named me his heir because you were my wife. Sunrise's jaw dropped. Then she burst into laughing. Are you kidding me? Oh my God, he's such a joker. Your uncles must be beside themselves, she said, laughing harder. Yes, well, there's more. They're fighting in courts as we speak, and in doing so, they uncovered an oversight. Xander explained and glanced over at Oliver, who said, confounded. Sonny, there's no easy way to say this, so I'll be frank. Our divorce was never finalized. What? Sunrise sprang up, banging her knee hard on the table. Oliver looked up at the ceiling, then put a hand on Sunrise's thigh. She sat and laid her head on the table. How is that possible, Xander? I signed the papers and sent them back to you the same day. Apparently, you sent them to the house in the city. Maybe I don't remember. You should have sent them to the attorney's office. After everything happened at the house in the city, his voice waned. I left and never returned. The papers made it to the attorney's office eventually, but they were invalid by then. Sunrise gasped, struggling to catch her breath. Oliver made small circles in her back and poured her a glass of water. Babe, calm down. Breathe. Come on, Sonny. He turned his attention to Xander. What does this mean? Xander watched Sunrise, his eyes full with concern. Oliver knocked on the table. What does this mean? He asked again in an even tone. Xander shook his head back to the matter at hand and covered an eye with his hand. We're still married, and she's as much the heir as I am. We're in control of my family's entire fortune. The allowances, trusts, estates, everything. Oh my God, Sunrise sobbed softly. What does this mean for us, for our marriage, Oliver blinked hard. Sunrise cast her eyes down, avoiding Oliver. What do I have to do to end this? She asked. Xander opened the folder and slid a stack of papers across the table to Sunrise with a pen. These are a new set of divorce papers, and this is a renunciation of the inheritance. Sunrise raised her eyes to meet Xander's. She hastily read over the papers and slid them to Oliver as she finished. He read them over slack-jawed. Oliver shook his head and twisted his locks into a messy bun before slouching back in the vinyl booth. As you can see, you've been generously provided for, said Xander. What I can see is that adultery has been conveniently replaced with irreconcilable differences, she huffed. Xander squirmed in the booth and fingered at his collar. All I'm asking is for your discretion. News like this could shake the confidence of the board, and they'll side with Uncle Edward. I wouldn't stand a fighting chance in honoring grandfather's wishes. Sunrise reached for Oliver's hand on the boot, but he folded them in his lap. She looked at him. Her eyes filled with hurt. Then she turned her attention back to Xander. Do you want to be in that position? You've worked so hard to be from under your family's influence, to make your own way on your own merit. And now you want to sit at the helm, being drugged into a different grudge match every day? Sunrise asked. Then recognition shone in her eyes, turning them a cool gray. This isn't you. You don't care about honoring your grandfather's wishes. This is her. Xander lowered his head. Sunrise, please. I know I have no right, but I'm begging you. Help me. Sunrise heaved an indignant sigh. Help you? Help you what? Take the money and run? Help you feather a nest for you and the whore who destroyed my life? Do you understand how much it took to put my life back together again? No, you don't. You have no idea. She wiped at her teary eyes. And you don't give a damn. I can't believe the nerve of you to come here asking me to help you. To help you. Her face crumbled. She stood up and nudged Oliver out of her way. The men watched in disbelief as confusion marred both their faces. Sunrise gathered the papers and stormed out of the restaurant. Outrage swallowed her whole, and she didn't trust her vision enough to drive, so she walked home with her white dress billowing about her curvy frame and the manila folder tucked securely under her arm. Sunrise slammed her front door and fumed around the living room, kicking pillows and cursing Xander and his lover. Her phone vibrated, breaking through her madness. Keep this between us until we can talk to a lawyer. Oliver's text smacked her hard, and she replied, What? Come home. I don't think I will. I'll be at Isaac's. We'll talk. Sunrise dropped to her knees, banging them hard against the hardwood floors. In the empty spot she'd cleared for the couch and wailed. She stayed that way for hours, rocking herself into a lonely slumber. Oliver didn't come home, and he wouldn't answer her calls. She walked to the restaurant, but he had taken the truck and left. She walked to his house and found it dark. She texted him again. Why are you turning against me? You walked out on me. He replied right away. She stood on the sidewalk in front of his house staring at the message. I'm sorry. Please don't leave me. I love you. I'll fix this. The minutes ticked away, decimating Sunrise one cell at a time. She sat against a tree across from his garage, waiting for him to reply. Maybe we aren't supposed to be together. We pushed too hard, crossed too many lines. Maybe this is fixed. So that's it. Well, that's all I'm going to read. It's a couple, 300 more pages. So, thank you for taking the time. If you watched the whole video, if you like the story, um, give me a thumbs up, like a YouTube video. And if you really like it and want to read more, because of course it's a good enough novel, so you know it's nothing is ever as it seems. It's available on Amazon, BarnesandNoble.com, and anywhere you buy books. So thanks again for all the support, and I hope I don't disappoint or let you guys down. Peace.